This next set, we are going to be finding the solutions by graphing. And so when we do these, we've got to take and find each of the parts. And so to be able, before we can graph it, we need to take and find our H and K. But in order to do that, we need to know our A and our B. So our A is what's in front of our x squared. Our B is what's in front of our linear part, which is our x. And remember, the formula for H is negative B over 2A. And so let's go ahead and let's work this problem. So if H is the opposite of B, so that's going to make it a positive 8 divided by 2 times 1. So my H value is 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So that tells me my vertex is at 4, comma. Now let's find our K. When we do our K, we just plug it into the formula. So 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 12. So 16 minus 32 plus 12 is equal to our K. So negative 16 plus 12 is negative 4. That gives you your Y value. And so at positive 4, negative 4, I have my vertex. Next thing I need to do is use that table. 1, 3, 5. Remember, I'm multiplying by my A, so 1 times each of those things. So 1, 3, 5. So step out 1, go over 1. Step out 1, go over 3. And then I have my graph. And so my 2 times across the x-axis are my solutions, are when x equals the set of 2, 6. So that's your answer. That's the answer to number 29, where it asks you for the roots. 28 wanted you to graph it. Number 30, we're going to do the same process. So we identify our A is negative 2, our B is negative 4. So when we try to find our H, that negative B divided by 2A, and our K, where we plug it in. So H is opposite of B. And so we have the opposite of B divided by 2A. So positive 4 divided by 2 times negative 2. So our H is negative 1. So when we go to plug that in, we end up with negative 2 times negative 1 squared minus 4 times negative 1 minus 2. Negative 2 plus 4 minus 2 gives us 0. So this one is crossing at negative 1, 0. That is the order pair for the vertex. So now I can find my graph by doing that 1, 3, 5 and multiplying it by my A. So my A in this case is negative 2. So negative 2 times the 1, 3, 5 gives me a negative 2, negative 6, and negative 10. So from this point, I drop down 1, or drop down 2, go out 1, drop down 6, go out 1, and so that gives me my graph. So when I graph it, I only had one spot where I cross the x-axis. So my root is x equals a set of just negative 1. And that's your answer to number 31.